Tonight, coming back with another episode 7, right?
Sir.
Yeah,
Mhm.
episode 7. Tonight we're gonna be talking about hip hop beefs. So you got some of the legendary ones, like Biggie and Pac. You got Nas and Jay Z. Uh, I don't think it was as big, but still a super good beef. 50 Ja Rule. Of course, Lance's favorite, Pusha T and Drake,
Day every day, bro.
and
Love that one.
just like a lot more. But those are some of the main ones we want to talk about tonight. Before we get started with that, as always, how we doing today, Lance? How you been?
Shit, doing real good. Bryson Tiller's new album just came out tonight. YG's new album, and I think I downloaded 21 Savage album, Savage Mode 2.
Oh, he came out with a new album. Yo, you a big fan of 21 Savage, or you think he's dope?
He's cool. I mean, I like
Okay.
this. I liked him after when he had the song with J. Cole
Mm,
a lot. That beat, that beat's sick. I love that fucking beat.
yeah.
Do you
21
remember
Savage
it?
is cool. No, I don't think I do.
Oh
To be honest, I
no!
don't think I do.
Damn, bro. I love that song. When you're done with this, when you're done with the stream, you gotta listen to it. I
I'll
love that
check it
song.
out. I'll check it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
What's
man.
up? What's up with you, man? Anything new? Any new music that you
Uh,
discovered?
nah, just I've been wanting to do a deep dive into that Detroit 2 album. Don't think I don't know. Maybe it was just like a lot of hype. Maybe because I like Big Sean, but I don't think that project was like the best project.
Yeah.
Loving that ASAP Ferg album, Floor Seats 2. ASAP Ferg's my guy.
Bro, you showed me the dopest song on the Big ASAP feature Monica.
Oh yeah, that big ASAP song featuring Monica. And if y'all didn't know, he kind of talks about some shit that happened with like the ASAP mob, because there's some Twitter beef going around, some Twitter shit going around saying ASAP Ferg wasn't a part of ASAP mob anymore,
Mhm.
and they talking about how Big Ferg, or sorry, ASAP Ferg wasn't making any big hits, which is a damn lie. You know that man got hits. You know that man's hot. You know if he went on tour right now, he'd fucking sell out.
I know, right? OGE man, what's up, bro? Thanks for checking to the chat. Oh yeah, my hair is pretty long.
Damn, Lance got hella hair now, and now I got no hair.
Oh, I know, right?
Turn on
Man,
that
that's
light.
change.
Yeah, but shit. Let's just get into it straight up. Where do you want to start with this, Lance?
Hip hop beefs, bro. Let's start by saying, are hip hop beefs interesting to you?
Oh, super
Do
interesting.
they do they make hip hop more enjoyable, or do they make it more? Do they destroy the community? Hip hop beefs.
Hip hop beefs make fucking hip hop better, and the reason why is because it always makes fucking artists put out better music. And I always think of I won't mention their name. I have this one friend, super big diehard like Drake fan, like super fan, right?
Hmm.
And when Pusha T came out with that story of what was it? Story of Adonis, or
Yeah, that's only Adonis. Yeah, yep,
yeah,
yep.
when he came out with that, the homie was like, "Yo, like Pusha T didn't need to go that far. Like, why are you gonna bring all these other people and get them involved and shit?" And then that was when
Hmm.
I realized like the homie is like not about that life, like not about the hip hop culture and everything. Because when you're beefing, like there are no fucking rules. You can go for anyone. And if you got a fucking, secret child that, you got hella people signing like NDAs and shit for and like hiding them, then you'd be
Yeah.
damn sure I'm trying to fucking, put that shit out there.
So you're saying everything is off limits
Yeah,
when it comes
everything's
to
off
beefs?
limits, but then it makes great music because, like, yeah, what do you think?
Oh yeah, everything's off limits, bro. It don't matter who it is. Your
Hmm.
mom, your brother, sister, friends, daughter. sun, whatever. Everything's off limits, bro. No matter the case may be. The reason why is that it's a fucking beef. You know what I'm saying? It's if they're attacking you, they're attacking your whole family, and it gives you so much energy to like fight back. So, I mean, shit, I'm with the beefs, man. I love the beefs as well too. Like, bring on the beefs. I wish there was more beefs, but you know, there hasn't been really like a really great beef song lately. You know what I'm saying? So I
Oh
think we're just
yeah, I mean, like if you think about it, like, but hip hop beefs haven't been like what they've been like back in the day, you know. And I'm not
hell no.
saying it's gotta be like some like Tupac and like Biggie shit where like people gotta die. It's gonna start a whole like West Coast versus East Coast war again. But a lot of times now, like whenever I see like these hip hop beefs, it kind of reminds me of like in the NBA when people talking about like the players now are soft and when like dudes look like they're gonna like fight and start some shit, like, you know, like all that's fucking lip service, like they ain't gonna do shit, you know what I mean? Like it's like, I guess I'm trying to say it's watered down, you know, it's not.
Yeah, it wasn't as hard as back then, like you said. So I mean, it was definitely a deep dive into some beefs that we really like, and some beefs that destroy careers, beefs that like really just like aimed personally. Man, I'm gonna enjoy this episode. I like this episode a lot for sure.
Yeah. So with that being said, who or what are some of the best like songs that came out from like a beef, you know, or um I guess not even like beef. I guess you could say like diss tracks. What are some of the best like diss tracks out there?
Tops, you got Biggie's 50 Cent's Piggy Bank.
Yo,
50 Cent's Back Down,
so so if y'all didn't know, if you guys are young out there, or you just wasn't like down with New York hip hop, or you weren't a fan of 50, when 50 was coming up, I think the Piggy Bank song came out on his second album, right? Massacre?
The
Was that his
Massacre?
second? Yeah, Massacre. Yo, he was taking shots at like every big New York rapper, Nas, Jay Z, Mobb Deep. I think it was like Jadakiss, like hella fucking people, dude. Like he was going at him. But besides that, you know, like Ether, I feel like a lot of people will say is probably like the best diss song.
Fuck Jay-Z. God, man, I love that song. That Ether is just something else, bro. Ether is something else.
If you gotta mention Ether, I feel like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like Eazy's Real Motherfucking G's.
Real motherfucking G's. Ice
Dr.
Cube.
Dre's Fuck with Dre Day. Oh, Ice Cube.
No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
I was gonna say Jay-Z's Takeover. Like the Takeover, I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan, so I can't say I love the Takeover, but the Takeover was a fucking dope diss track. You know what I'm saying?
It was. You know what I'm saying? Like I listened to it a couple of days ago too, as we're working on this episode. And bro, he said some like crazy ass shit, bro. Like it doesn't make an impact more like Ether, but he got his point across on Takeover.
I don't think it's like one of the best diss songs, like I guess lyrically, you know, but just the energy that was coming from it, like you could feel like every single word that he was saying. But you know, Pac's like hit him up.
Hit him up, yeah.
Yeah, dude, hit him up.
I don't know. People say it's like the #1 diss track, but I don't know, man. I mean, I get it because it's Tupac, but I don't know. Do you think it's #1?
It's up there with some of the best like diss tracks, but if I would rank it #1, no. But just the energy that comes from listening to it, like it's unmatched. You know, like you can
First
feel.
off, fuck your bitch in the click. We claim West Side. Oh yeah,
dude, it's just
delivery's nasty.
Especially from us, you know, from being from California, being from the West Coast, like that song is the shit. But what about like more recently too? Like, I mean, we were talking about it earlier, but Drake's back to back.
Going back to back.
Oh, God.
I never realized how crazy that track is until we just listened to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember Drake like performed it at the OVO Fest in 2015, and then he had like memes in the back, just like keep
Yo,
going and going and going.
it's such like just the time frame of everything, like 2015, and like meme culture and everything. Drake ended a dude's. I wouldn't say ended his rap career, but like won that whole fucking battle. Like he won the fucking beef with the fucking PowerPoint presentation of just fucking memes.
Is that a world
A
tour?
fucking
Your
meme,
girls
dude.
tour? Oh my god,
It,
dude.
yeah.
That was I don't know. I haven't listened to it in a long time. It's been 5 years since that diss track released, and bro, like listening to it again, I'm like Drake hit everything that you're supposed to do in a beat.
Dude, that song when he said, was it trigger fingers turned to Twitter fingers?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And and was it, like he was also clowning on himself too. He was like saying like, oh, how you gonna lose to a singing dude?
Yeah, no. Dude, yeah, how are you gonna lose, bro? Seriously, man. Dude. Like, I mean, after that, I mean, they both made up and shit, and then
Oh
they had a
yeah, they brought
song
him out
going
on
bad.
concert and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
so I
squashed the
mean,
beef.
that beef ended quick because Meek Mill was like, "Yeah, I can't survive without Drake. I need a Drake first."
What about when 50 ended Ja Rule's career with what was it? Back Down?
Back down, yeah, back down. That was the one. Damn, that was the one song that was a hit, bro. And I remember uh, Eminem and them went on the remix with Hail Mary, the one I just showed you with Busta Rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they fucking killed Ja Rule on that as well too.
Okay. Dude, there's
There's a lot. There's a lot of diss tracks, bro.
man,
There's
there's
a
hell
lot of
of them, dude. So where do you want to start? Do you want to start this like chronologically? We kind of talk about the first beef to start, one of the first ones to start it off. One of the biggest ones where it when we were kind of like compiling this episode and coming together with all the notes and everything, we were talking about what beef was like the most impactful in like hip hop, and I said that this one, the Nas or not Nas, the Pac and Biggie beef was probably the biggest and most influential one on hip hop.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Yeah, if you want to start with Tupac and Biggie, I mean, I'm down with that because Tupac and Biggie was like you explained to me right before this that is the most impactful beat because it was East Coast versus West Coast, and shit. I mean, what's better than that? You know what I'm saying? So we could definitely start off with that.
Start off, dude.
Tupac and Biggie, man. One of the beefs that really ended those two careers in a horrific way. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, back then Tupac and Biggie were best friends. Like they were friends, and when they came up, Biggie would go to New York. I mean, Biggie would go to Cali. Tupac would go to New York. They're all of a sudden they're like just like best friends. Hooking up, just shooting the shit. Um, really, what really started it, and I mean, I believe the movies get it right. Uh, Tupac was visiting Biggie at a recording studio
Mm-hmm.
up in New York. So, Tupac went in there. Basically, he got jumped next to the elevators when he was about to go upstairs. Biggie came downstairs with Diddy and them, trying to find Tupac, nowhere to be found. So Tupac got robbed. Tupac went upside the studio and basically was like, "Bro, you guys set me up. You guys fucking did this, did that. I was getting shot at. Like, you guys, who you all set me up with?" And you know, it was the whole persona of Tupac really not scared, but like he doesn't trust nobody, not even like his closest friends. So Biggie, of course, Biggie didn't do that. Biggie was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is not me. I ain't doing this, doing that." And then shit, I mean, that's kind of like the way the beef started with Tupac and Biggie, man, all off that, and in a way, bro, like it sucks, bro, because you don't really know who actually really uh, planned that for Tupac,
Mm-hmm.
why all of a sudden like he comes to the studio, he gets jumped, and then Tupac really just like switched up on Biggie and Puff Daddy.
Oh, we know. I mean, or actually, I can't say if it's proven or not. All speculation. Like, I haven't fact checked or really done my research for that. But like, it's a beef between like Suge Knight and like Diddy. Like, it
Oh yeah.
is between the record labels. Like that's all it was. And then also like a lot of times like these beefs, they happen not because like the two rappers don't necessarily like each other, but it's always the crew, it's always the entourage, it's always the motherfuckers that are hanging around that ain't like that are like nobodies that are really starting the beef. Like they're starting to say shit. They think just because like, oh, my homie's famous now, my homie's got money, this and that, I could say whatever and you can't do shit. And I feel like this is the case with it. And then also, like when Biggie released like "Who Shot Ya" like right after too, I feel like initially I thought that was like a diss straight up to Pac, but Lance recently told me otherwise. Like it wasn't necessarily directed towards Tupac.
Yeah, so that whole thing was really fans instigating.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie was performing at a show. I mean, I think after the time "Hit 'Em Up" was released, there was no shots fired back at him. So Biggie was like, fuck this, fuck that. I'm gonna play this fucking song. And Puff Daddy was like, no, don't do it, Mel, don't do it. Biggie released it, "Who Shot Ya," and the whole crowd really instigated that whole song because it wasn't even towards Tupac. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't towards anybody. It was just a song about like really about snitching, being scared, and all that bullshit. And I don't know. At that one point, I believe like the fans really like blew up that whole shit. That whole Tupac and Biggie beat.
Yeah, I agree. And unfortunately, it led to the death of two of the greatest rappers that there has ever been during the prime of their careers. And
Yeah, it's a sad way to go. It went from like East Coast, West Coast beef. Suge Knight went up to like the Source Awards, dissing Diddy, telling about like all up in the music videos, all in the TV, all up on the records. You want to fuck those? Come to death row.
in New
I was like,
York, by the way,
bro.
the Source Awards was hosted in New York. A bunch of dudes
Exactly.
from
So
LA coming there basically saying, "Yo, fuck New York."
pretty, pretty fucking much, dude. And that's some balls ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's crazy that whole Tupac and Biggie thing really sparked up like a East Coast West Coast thing. And like you said, Kyle, that was probably the biggest beefs that we had, like in the hip hop community, I believe.
Yeah, just because like it almost felt like a war, because the whole like East Coast versus like West Coast thing. But at the same time, while this was going on, there was also like a lot of other beefs that were happening too. I felt that, yeah, maybe this got the most media attention because they were the two biggest and like most popular artists at the time. But then you also got to think about like other shit, let's say, that was going on in LA and in the West Coast. You had like NWA breaking up. You had the beef with like NWA and Ice Cube and Easy E and Dre, you know?
Hmm.
Like you had all these like tight crews that were fucking with each other for a long time. All of a sudden they split up. And like earlier we mentioned like No Vaseline I think is like one of the best fucking diss tracks ever.
Man, Ice Cube motherfucking killed NWA off that shit.
Or real motherfucking G's. Real
Too
motherfucking
easy.
G's with Easy E.
Yes,
Like
sir. Yes, sir.
that's just a hip hop classic, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And
No, definitely.
that's just a great example of like hip hop beefs creating like great fucking music.
That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the whole thing is. Without beefs, I think hip hop would be boring. Because not everybody's gonna like you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
uh, going like a little further, if you think about the time when what was it when everyone heard Kendrick's verse on Control, and he was just taking shots at everybody, pretty
Shot
much
after shot
saying
after
y'all
shot
guys are
after shot.
fucking weak, you know? And
Pretty
it's
much.
like
Yeah,
that shit's needed because it's like everyone's super buddy now and everyone's super cool, which is dope because I think that leads to great collaborations and making great music with each other, right? But at the same time, you know, if you would compare music to sports, if you don't have someone that's you consider like a rival or equal to you, you know, someone that's just as good or pushing you, you know, you
mhm.
need people to push you to make you better.
Yeah.
And
No, yeah,
that's
definitely.
what some of these hip hop beefs are, or you know, that's how I like to view it.
Exactly. I think, I mean, beefs make up better songs. I believe it makes up better albums too, because you always want to be on top. You always want to be the best.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the guy that's career ended because of a dude dissed you on a track, like one track. You know, you always got to come back harder than ever.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Um, so obviously the answer to this question is that are they is no, but you know these two artists they aren't beefing anymore because they they unfortunately passed away. But do you feel that if things didn't escalate to where they did, maybe we'd still have Biggie Smalls and we still have fucking Tupac here today? You know, you ever think about that? Maybe all the music that we missed out on that we could have had.
It's really hard to say, you know, because you don't really know anymore. Like, what if they didn't have beef, like you said, and they were cool? Like, would they have survived, or was everything planned for them in the first place to get gunned down at their prime? You
It was
know,
just
you never,
it was
you
just meant
never
to
really
be.
know.
Yeah.
You never really know what that what if part. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's really hard to say. But I mean, if they didn't have beef, they were still friends. Regardless of not, bro, they're two of the top biggest rappers up top. So one of them has to be number one. They can't. Nobody wants to be number two.
Yeah.
They're always fighting for number one.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I mean, regardless of like if they was gonna have beef or not, I don't know. It's it's really hard to say. It's heartbreaking to like think about. So I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with beefs. You don't know. You don't really know what's gonna be the outcome or the end of hip hop.
That's true.
They could like squash it. They could still keep going. They could be killed over this shit. And that's part of the game. That's really it. You come into the rap game, you come into the music industry, really you have to be all in or all out. You can't just be in for a little bit and then out. You have to be all in the rap industry. So in my opinion, if they didn't have beef, I think they'll still be gunned down. There'll still be shots because somebody or something is going to trigger somebody to really go after them and gun them down.
No, that's true. Yeah, I don't think the beef would have been squashed. I think it would have just carried on to like to this day, even if they weren't still alive, just given their personalities and everything. But it's always like a great what if question, you know.
Hmm.
But moving on, going to the next beef, one of our favorites, battle of
Nas
the
and Jay Z. The
battle
only reason
of
why
the
we're
New
the
York
only reason why
Titans.
we're so hyped on this one is because we lived it, bro. And Biggie and Tupac's beef, we were barely born. You know what I'm saying? So Jay Z and Nas, we're about like 10, 11 years old when this shit happened. So this was like fresh in our minds because we saw it on TV.
Yeah, we were kind of like talking about shit like that yesterday too on our stream when we were just like talking about basketball players like the greatest, you know, like the goats. Everyone always brings up like that Jordan, Kobe, LeBron comparisons and everything, right? I always like to think of it
Exactly.
as like kind of like a decade thing. Like Jordan ran things in the 90s. There was no one better than Jordan in the 90s. And from 2000 to 2010, Kobe was running shit.
Hmm.
You know, like it was Kobe. Every game that Kobe played, you could say that, you know, regardless if you won or lost, Kobe was probably the best player in that game. And then you
Yes,
got
sir.
then you got LeBron today. You know, you all could say whatever you want to say about LeBron, love him or hate him, but the man's been to 10 finals from
Exactly, bro.
2011 till now. Nine, nine.
Witness greatness while still here,
Yeah,
bro.
give the man his flowers while he's still alive.
Exactly.
But, sorry, didn't know where it was going with that. Just want to talk about that. But Jay-Z and Nas. So,
man.
so like, Pac and Biggie died in what, 96, 97?
Yeah, around those eras.
Yeah, 96, 97. And after Biggie passed away, there was kind of this void because Biggie was the undisputed king of New York at that time. I don't care what anyone says.
Mm-hmm.
It's facts. But then you got this little dude from Queens coming out of nowhere. And not nowhere. Was it 96? Nas already had Illmatic, Stillmatic, and it was written. It was written? Was that out? No, that was like 98, 99.
I believe so, yeah. That was not second round, yeah.
Yeah. But Nas was one of the hottest rappers, one of the dopest rappers, one of the best lyricists, MCs, whatever the fuck you want to call him, out of New York. And then you got this other dude calling himself Jay-Z, just dropped the album Reasonable Doubt. You know, like he's definitely lived the life that he talked about. And they're kind of going for the crown, going for who's going to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, labeling themselves the kings of New York. And what I found out was that this beef wasn't really, I don't know, I feel like a lot of it was like I guess the equivalent of like subtweeting now, you know, like you're not really trying to like take shots at them. You'll do them like almost like on some bitch shit, dude. Like you see him like say Nas saw Jay-Z driving like a fucking Lexus with like fucking 415s in the trunk or some shit, and then Nas goes home and he's like, you know what, I'm not fucking driving Lexus anymore. I'm strictly driving Mercedes. You know, like some little shit like that.
Little shit like that, bro. Like you really have to be on their asses when you do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jay-Z sampled Nas's "The World Is Yours," that dead presidents to represent me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dead presidents.
When Jay-Z like poked him out, he was like, "You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song." Like, bro, like what is going on? Like, there's like little jabs here and there that I didn't even know about. That you were like really like schooling me on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is basically like Twitter. This was basically like Twitter back in the day. You know, they saw something little, they go say it in a rhyme or a song. You know, like not even like a full song, maybe like 2 bars. That's it. You know.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, was it? And it was written. No, it was written. Came out in like '96. I'm pretty sure it came out in '96. Reasonable Doubt came out in '96. Yeah, I think they came out like about the same time.
Yeah, arrived a month later.
Yeah. But over here, got a little clip saying that in the album opener, the message includes the first of many perceived subliminal shots of Jay-Z. Lex with TV sets the minimum. You know, what does that have to do with Jay-Z? In Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z was always talking about Lexuses and everything. You know, talking about how that's his car. That's the car that his crew fucking rolls around with and everything. So that's just kind of like a little like subtle, like just some subtle shit that he was saying.
Yeah. Fun fact, I mean, Nas was supposed to be on Reasonable Doubt. He was supposed to be on a record called Bring It On, but he missed that shit. So, I mean, I don't know if that like triggered something before the hand or something. Like that's why he sampled "The World Is Yours" on Nas's line with Dead Presidents, or I don't know. It was like little ass shit at the time, you know. That's only in '96, bro. We haven't started in like '97, '99. This is only in '96. That's what everything's happening, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and it kind of none of this was like really them kind of going at it too. This is just like little shit, and I feel like it's another example of kind of maybe these two weren't really beefing with each other. Maybe because like Nas is really from the streets, you know. His homies are, you know, gassing him up, saying shit. And it's just like, yo, you're gonna let this dude, you're gonna let another dude out from Brooklyn, you know, tell us that, you know, we ain't shit or whatever, or like, you know, we ain't the best. Little shit like that, you know. It's just always like the little people talking in your ear and everything. And then that eventually leads on to, I guess we could jump forward to like 99 2000 with Memphis Bleak's bitch ass.
Yeah, tell me about that, Kyle. You were like schooling me on this one.
Yeah, so what, hold on, let me pull it up, make sure I got it right. I want to make sure I do this right. But it was on Memphis Bleak's debut album. For those of you that don't know, Memphis Bleak is like, I guess, Jay-Z's protege. He signed to the same label, and he was like the new up and coming artist. And I believe the album was called Coming of Age, and a song that he did on there was called What You Think of That, featuring Jay-Z. And on that track, Jay-Z did the hook. And where is it? Oh, he said, "You want to ball till you fall." No, I said that. No, yeah. I'm a ball till I fall. I think that's what Jay-Z said on his track, right? And for whatever, or in the chorus, and for whatever reason, Nas heard that and he didn't like that. Come 2000, Nas dropped Nostradamus. And then I think the first song on there was Shots Fired. No. What is it? Sorry, I'm fucking this up right now. I am fucking this up right now. It was no. It was no. I have it right here. Shots fired. Oh.
We Will Survive.
I'm trying to remember. I'm looking. No. Oh, my bad. Nostradamus came out in '99. But he basically said, "You want to ball till you fall. I can help. I can help with that. You want beef. You want beef. I can help with that. I could let a slug melt you in your hat." And I butchered those bars. That bar, by the way. But basically, I don't know. Like Jay wasn't really saying shit to him, in my opinion. But then he just felt a certain type of way, and maybe there's some street shit that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is what kind of kicked it off.
That was just one part of it. That was in '99, bro. And then I think Nas dropped "We Will Survive," which addresses the death of Biggie and Pac while pondering the prospects of another major feud between two rap giants. He said, "Shots fired. It used to be fun making records to see you respond, but now competition is none. Now that you're gone, these is wrong. You're using your name in vain. They claim to be New York Kings. It ain't about that." So basically, Jay-Z was like, he's like the king of New York. Like, he thinks that he was the king of New York at the time because Biggie's gone, you know?
Yeah, and so I want to say, like, right around this time period, like around the early 2000s, that was when I really got into hip hop. I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing with Lance. And one of my favorite Jay albums was The Blueprint, that came out in like 2001, 2002, or something like that. And on
that was the one made by Kanye, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, just want to make sure.
Okay.
I just want to let everybody know that was made by Kanye.
Okay.
Go on, Kyle.
Oh, all right. Lost my train of thought. Kanye dick riding ass motherfucker. Oops. Yo, but Jay dropped the Takeover, which was a direct diss to Nas. And what do you think about that? Because I remember looking at a list that Complex published a while back, talking about some of like the biggest like hip hop beefs and like diss tracks, and they had that ranked like in the top 5.
Oh no shit! Really? Top 5?
Yeah, it was like in like the top 5.
It wasn't before Ether though, right?
It was before Ether.
No fucking way! Shut the fuck up! Are
Yeah,
you
dog.
serious?
Yeah, dude. They said it was. Let me see. They said Takeover was number 2 and Ether was number 3.
Shit! What the fuck? I mean, I don't know, man, because Takeover was just like a dad. Like Jay-Z just punched like Nas in the face like a couple times, and that was it. But I mean,
He was also taking shots at Prodigy in that too.
dude, I'm just letting anybody know that every time there was a beef in New York, Prodigy is always in that beef somehow, some way. He's always in Tupac's beef. He's always in Jay-Z's beef. Like, I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, the Takeover. I don't know. It's a good diss track. You got some great bars in there, but do I really think that it beats Ether? Do you think that really it's on top of Ether? I don't think so, man. Because if you hear Ether, if you hear the really the way he presents himself on Ether, bro, shit's fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't know. That's really crazy of what you told me. You know,
Well,
but I mean,
yeah, because like you listen to Ether and I mean it's iconic. Just that fuck Jay Z, fuck Jay Z.
that's already off the top, bro. Like it even there's no bars to it. It's just that fuck Jay Z, that little sample thing, you know.
Yeah. I think he called him Gazy in that song too. Uh, he went in on Jay, saying that Jay pretty much stole all of Biggie's bars, saying Jay wasn't original, didn't have his own, couldn't write his own bars, and was just taking all the like Biggie shit. And I felt like that was kind of true. Like yes and no. Like, mm, I don't know if I want to say like stealing, paying homage to like the homie, you know.
Mhm.
So referencing him in like a lot of your raps. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm just reading the lyrics on Takeover, and I'll just read it right now. It says, "You ain't living it. You witnessed it from your folks' pad. You scribbled on your notepad and you created life. I showed you your first tech on tour with large professors. Then I heard your album about tech on the dresser. So yeah, I sampled your voice. You was using it wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. And you ain't get a coin. You was getting fucked then. I know who I paid. God, use your brain. You said you've been in the tens. I've been in five. Smarten up. Nas 4 albums in 10 years. I could divide that one every. That's one every. Let's say two. Two of them shits was doo doo. One was nah. The other was Illmatic. That's one hot album every 10 years average. Fuck, dude. What? That's crazy, dude. Like, I guess like in a way, Jay Z really made you think about this like beef that you really had to like read the lyrics, really like dissect what he's been saying. Um, I don't know. I mean, do I think do do you think Takeover really beats Ether? Let's decipher Ether. So 2001 continues, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the most powerful lines on Takeover Rise on the third verse. Because you know who you did, you know what with you who you know who. But let's keep that between me and you. Only three people know what Jay-Z is talking about here. Jay-Z, Nas, and you know who. Jay-Z is baiting Nas, daring him to respond. So I mean that's the most famous line from Takeover, right? So that's basically people are just wondering like what is he talking about? Who is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Um, Not responding wasn't even an option for Nas. The only question remaining is how do you recover response to a song as effective as Takeover? So how do you do that
So
with me?
I feel like with Takeover though, it was like him really coming in and like trying to put together this, not only like a diss but like a dope song, because Takeover's a dope fucking song.
Mhm.
But you look at Ether, and Ether's just like raw and uncut, and like, fuck, do I care if it's like a good or bad song? It's just me straight dissing this dude. You know, it's more like, um, Takeover to me sounds like that song that like someone would probably perform at like a fucking talent show or something. Something that you put hella fucking work and like effort, and like you try hella hard to like fucking deliver, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah.
Ether is like when you're at lunch with the homies and you guys are just fucking roasting each other, just doing like some freestyle raps and shit. That's what Ether is. Ether is that like just uncut, just fucking like grimy, just unfiltered, you know?
I think, man. So after that, we're talking about a takeover. Ether cracks the streets of New York with the 38 special. So in the beginning, you hear gunshots, you hear a chopped and screw, Tupac barking, "Fuck Jay Z," and with that, Nod divides right into a long list of insults. He calls Jay Z a stan, mocks his Rockefeller crew, and questions his loyalty to Biggie Smalls. Hence the line, "Biggie's your man." Then you got the nerve to say that you're better than Big, dick sucking lip. Bro, let's read these lyrics,
I
bro.
I just I just want to say this, like, Nas also like came up with hella fucking funny ass like nicknames for Jay-Z and shit. You know, like Jay-Z calls himself like Hove, you know. There's like that song like H to the Izzo. Nas would be like H to the Omo, like homo, calling him gay and shit, dude. Like, that shit's hella funny. That shit would, yo, you know what? I realized some of these beefs and some of these songs and shit, yo, they would not fly today.
Why? Why do you say
Why? Just because people are too fucking sensitive, dude.
that?
People
What's
are.
up, Fancy Franco? How you doing, bro? Thanks for being in the chat.
Hey, yo, what up, fam? Thanks for the follow.
Let's read these lyrics real quick, man, because these are some crazy ass lyrics.
What, for Ether?
So, yeah, for either. So it says, no jail bars, Jigga, no pies, no case. Just Hawaiian shirts hanging with little Chase. You a fan, a phony, a fake, a pussy, a stand. I still whoop your ass. You 36 in the karate class. You Tabo hoe, trying to work out. You trying to get brolic. Ask me if I'm trying to kick knowledge. Nah, I'm trying to kick that shit. Then you need to learn though. That ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow. Is it Dame Diddy, Dame Dummy, or Dame Dummy? Oh, I get it. He's puffy, Biggie, and you're puffy. Oh man, dude, it's so the Hawaiian shirts thing. You got that. You got that reference, right? That's when Jay Z really just like started up, and he like came down in the one of the music videos with Chase, and he was in Hawaiian shirts with some bread fours. I don't know. I think Nas really did his homework in this song. Like, ah, man, it's I don't know. I think Ether should be number one at the fucking whole diss song thing, dude. What do you think?
I think Nas Body, Jay Z in this beef, and we have a clear winner. It's, man, I'm just saying, man. He called him Gay Z and called fucking Rockefeller Records,
Cockapella
Rockefeller
records.
Records, dude. Like, come on, man. Like even if you, Nas is definitely for the win. Like even if you weren't super like trying to like dissect the lyrics and shit. That's why I'm saying like this is like some lunchroom like raps, like the homies just freestyling, roasting each other, because shit like that, like the reaction you get, like the reaction we just had when I said that, dude, Cockefeller Records, you got the whole fucking like you got the whole fucking like crew, anyone around there just like running off, just fucking dying. You know, like it's a little shit like that, man.
Oh, this is my favorite line from Ether too. Rockefeller died of AIDS. That was the end of this chapter, and that's the guy y'all chose to name your company after. Put it together. I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas, and y'all trying to take my spot, fellas. Oh my god, dude. I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas. Dude, I think I just feel like Ether does not get the respect it deserves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, fam. Ether definitely gets the respect it deserves.
I
Uh,
just man, like I
you
remember seeing
tripping?
these videos. I remember seeing these videos at Rockefeller Park, and there was like a Jay Z doll. So Nas was supposed to put a Jay Z doll out there.
Hmm.
He's supposed to hang the doll once the song drops,
Yeah.
but the studio was like, no, don't do that shit. That's gonna fucking end your career. People are gonna fucking hate you. So he never did that doll thing. But
Hmm.
I know Nas performed that song at least 3 or 4 times at his concerts, bro, and you don't see that. You don't see that often anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't see like people performing their beef song because I don't know. I think it's soft nowadays.
Uh, yeah, it is. Like we said earlier, like a lot of beefs now, like they're watered down. It's not real like beefs. Not like this. You don't see a lot of back and forth shit. Except with another beef that we be talking about very soon. But I just want to say, even though I think that Nas won the beef, and he's, in my opinion, the better rapper, better MC, better lyricist and everything. I feel that like Jay though, even if he lost it, like Jay Z is fucking Jay Z. Like everybody knows who Jay Z is. The whole business side of everything, just beyond fucking rap. It's crazy the empire he fucking built. And I always wondered if if Nas took that same approach too and built a very similar empire like him. Yo, do y'all?
Nas won. Nas won the battle, but Jay Z won the war,
Yeah, there you go.
and
There you go.
it's it's really crazy, because I believe Jay Z won the war because you know times have changed. Jay Z hit like a couple songs, and Nas hit a couple songs, and for the fact that is they like squashed their beef, right? But now Nas is signed under Jay Z's Def Jam Records, so I mean, from a guy that really like diss Jay Z and everything, he signed to him now. So I mean, in retrospect, I believe that Jay Z won the war for sure. Because he's a bigger businessman. He's all over the place. Nas is like really trying to get his career back and up and coming, but it's been dead lately.
Yo, someone in chat, do y'all think beef is just for publicity? Absolutely. Yes. Some
You think
of
so? You
Yeah.
think it's for
Oh,
publicity? Like,
absolutely.
but
It's
I think it's just a lyrical beef and for some publicity.
Yeah,
It's like
Fancy Franco
Eminem.
said it. Yeah. Fancy
Yeah.
Franco said it best because if you think about it, like if you're an up and coming artist and you kind of just like want to get the fame quick, what's like one of the best ways to do it? Because there's no, I guess people say there's no such thing as bad publicity, and I can't say if that's like true or not, but like, who the fuck remembers Machine Gun Kelly? Who the fuck listens to him? And then when he dropped the fucking diss track and was like dissing M, and then all of a sudden he was like relevant again for 2 seconds,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and then it's just like people will do shit like that. It's when you aren't relevant or when you're trying to make it big or whatever. It's a way for publicity.
He said, "Look at Nick Cannon trying to fire shots at Eminem." Yeah, that's
Man,
true. I
Nick Cannon
mean,
on some
yeah,
shit.
it is. It's sometimes it's publicity, but at the same time, it's not. Because it can be real. It can be real ass shit. But yeah, I mean, of course, you want to get your album sales up. You want to start some shit. That's the way to go. A beef. Because everybody wants to wait for your album to drop. And then if they had that beef song, and they're like, okay, let me listen to this whole album, see if there's shots fired. So yeah, I could say that's publicity for real, for real.
Okay. Looking at the time now, wanting to move on. I guess we could talk about this a little like briefly because there's a clear winner in this, and well, I don't know, 50 and Ja Rule. What do y'all think, man?
Yeah,
Well,
51.
what do y'all think? Ja Rule's fucking broke ass, fucking screaming Monica.
He won. Ja Rule's career was over when 50 Cent came through. Nobody remembered Ja Rule. Ja Rule was like in the 2000s, of course. He made hits after hits after hits, and then
Oh,
it just
50
died out.
definitely won.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. What kind of question is that, Well, yeah, 51.
Hey, bro, you put it up here. You wanted to talk about the beef.
I did, but I mean, 50 Cent killed it, bro. There was no really,
Yo,
there's no really no challenge.
hey, and what was that shit that like happened a couple years ago when like Ja Rule was doing like that comeback tour or whatever, and then like 50 like bought out like the entire fucking front row, so they'd be like fucking empty. Like, yo, that's some petty ass shit. Like, one, you're giving the man fucking money, so the man's getting paid, but at the same time, to see
Yo,
that shit, dude, like, that's
some petty ass
demoralizing,
shit.
dude.
Hey
Like,
man, if you got the money to do that, that's just funny.
that shit was hilarious.
That shit is way too funny. And I mean, that was a short record. That was it. 50 Cent won. Ja Rule was gone. Back down by 50 Cent. Eminem killed Ja Rule. Busta Rhymes killed Ja Rule with a Hail Mary with Eminem, 50 Cent. Like Benzino's gone. I mean, Murder Inc. was like destroyed at that
Murder
point.
was gone, dude.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, shit. After that, what's the most recent beef that we had so far? Pusha T and Drake, right?
Yo, so I'll be honest, guys. Like, Lance loves this one, and he loves talking about it. No, Ja Rule killed it
No,
at
Ja
Fire
Fire.
Festival. Yo, Ja Rule killed Fire
Yo,
Festival.
Hop Dog, what's up, bro? Thanks for the in the chat, bro. Yeah, he definitely
Ja
killed
Rule
Fire
killed
Festival.
everyone that attended Fire Festival. Shit, stranded on an island,
Almost
no
killed
water.
everybody. Hell yeah, hell
Um,
yeah.
but on some real shit. So can you explain me this beef, because this is I
This
didn't
is my
quite,
shit.
yeah, this is your
This
shit.
is my
I
shit.
didn't quite understand this.
This is my shit, bro. So okay, so Pusha T and Drake, man. This feud started out when Pusha T. Remember in the hip hop duels?
Hmm.
Remember I told you that Pusha T had beef with Lil Wayne.
Over
So
Bape, dog. Like over who was wearing Bape first. Like,
exactly. So that was the shit right there that started it, right?
hmm.
So Drake came with Pusha T. I mean, not Drake went with Lil Wayne to Young Money. So Pusha T was like, "All right, I mean, there's no rules to this shit, you know. Since you're signed to Lil Wayne, and I had beef with Lil Wayne, I had beef with you already." So, so when Drake joined Wayne's label Young Money Entertainment, the rapper became fair game for Pusha. He first went after Drake on the track "Don't Fuck with Me," a song that samples Drake's own "Money Dreams Money Can Buy." Rappers on their sophomores acting like they boss lords. Fame, such a funny thing for sure. When dudes start believing all them encores, Pusha rapped all alluding to Drake, who released his second album, Take Care later that year. So I don't think Drake really had beef with him. It was just because he's in that label already. So I mean, regardless of not, that was it right there. And
uh,
then
no, yeah, no, you're right. And it goes back to like what we were saying earlier about like hip hop beefs. Like everything's like off limits, dude. You could fucking roast anybody. You could say anything. If that dude's in the crew and you ain't fucking with that crew, guess what? You roasting the homie too, dude. Like no one's fucking safe.
there's no one safe at all. And then 2012 came out, Exodus 23-1 to clear up any confusion over whose the lines were directed to that. Because I guess nobody knew. You know, nobody knew
Yeah.
it was directed to Drake, to Lil Wayne. So Pusha released the track taking aim at Drake, difficult contracts to Young Money Entertainment itself, and imprints of Cash Money Records. Because at the time, Young Money, Baby, all that bullshit, their money's tied up.
Hmm.
So they don't know whose money's which or whatever the case may be, right? So Pusha was like, you know, contracts all fucked up. I guess that means you all fucked up. You signed to one guy, that signed to another guy, that signed to three guys. Now that's bad luck, you rap. Unimpressed by the track, Wayne wrote on Twitter, he said, fuck Pusha T and everybody that loves him. All right, this is May 24th, 2012 at 1:52 a.m. So you have to be really pissed off at 1:52 a.m. to really post that
This
shit, you
man's
know?
was losing sleep over it.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, this this beef is really just
How do I
it's
get the sub? Yo, we don't got the sub button yet, fam. But yo, if you show us some love and we get enough followers, let you guys know
bro,
when we get that
get us
sub
to
button.
50 followers, people. But man, that was uh that was in 2012. And that shit started. Now after that, shit's calmed down, right? Shit's over with. No, it's not. 2013, Drake fires back. The following year, after Pusha took another pot shot at Lil Wayne on the track "Your Favorite Rapper," Drake decided to stand up for himself and his mentor rapping bench players talking like starters. I hated on the track "Tuscan Leather" from the album "Nothing Was the Same." "Nothing Was the Same" was the album cover with I think it was Drake and like a baby Drake in the skies. You remember
Mm.
that album cover?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
So
damn. Yeah, you're right. Oh shit. Yeah.
it keeps going. It keeps going. So Drake also raps. I'm just as famous as my mentor, but that's still the boss. Don't get sent for, get hyped on tracks and jump in front of bullets you wasn't meant for. Shit, man. These are like little things that we haven't really followed through. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there wasn't enough news on this shit. Like there wasn't enough like diet like dissecting all these verses from Nothing Was the Same, because I didn't know at first either, you know what I'm saying, until I listened to it back while like studying this for the show. And then 2016 came. This is 3 years now, right? This is 3 years, bro. And Pusha T releases HDTV, and then and HDT came featuring the hardest hitting verses from Pusha at the time, referenced Drake's first album, So Far Gone, and questioning his reports use of ghostwriting, a topic that has been widely mentioned by those who take issues with Drake. Pusha raps, it's too far gone when the realest ain't real. I walk amongst the clouds so your ceilings ain't real. These dudes Call of Duty cause their killings ain't real. With a questionable pen so the feelings ain't real.
Yo, so like I remember that. I remember during that time that was like when everyone was questioning Drake. I remember like Drake was doing like some great damage control about that too, because like if y'all watch like the DJ Vlad interviews at the Breakfast Club or like Hot 97, all of them, right? He had people coming out there. He had like battle rappers and shit coming out there, like defending him, saying that, "Oh yeah, I fuck with Drake. Yeah, Drake write all his bars. Like I was in there in the studio listening to him just freestyle over his songwriting bars." And
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, dog, man. How much money he giving you? For damn sure he ain't writing all his bars.
Exactly, exactly. And that was in 2016. So 2017, man, Drake responds with Two Birds, One Stone. All right. So Drake responds on the More Life track, Two Birds, One Stone.
Hmm.
That's his like, I think like sixth album, something. Calling out Pusha for talking about drug dealings in the songs. But really, it's you with all the drug dealer stories. That's got to stop, Thrill. You made a couple chops and you think you Chapo. You middleman in this shit, boy. You was never them guys. I can't tell because I look most of you dead in your eyes. And you trying to be you'll be trying to sell that story for the rest of your lives. So basically, Drake is really calling out Pusha for not being a drug dealer, for not being who he is. Because in the Vlad interview, No Malice was like talking about how they came in the rap game. So basically, No Malice's cousins were drug dealers,
Yep.
and they were in the game, like in there, and then Pusha T would always follow, like mimic what they do. But realistically, Drake is like saying you're not a drug dealer. You're not a drug dealer at all. You claim to be one. I don't think you are who you say you are. And that was in 2017, bro. 2018. All right, 2018. We're in the year 2018 right now. All hell breaks loose. You know what happens, Kyle? Do you know what happens?
Daytona.
Day fucking Tona, bro. Oh man,
Top 5 albums of that year too, by the way.
bro. Pusha
Yo,
released Daytona to critically acclaim, and although just 7 tracks long, the rapper manages another dig at the long-standing rival. Do you know what track it was though? Do you remember what track it was? I remember it. Infrared.
Infrared.
Infrared really blew that shit up, bro. So Infrared came out. Pusha compares the way Drake became popular to the way Donald Trump became president, pointing out how both allegedly used external measures. Drake uses a ghostwriter named Quentin Miller, while Trump has alleged tried to rush us under into investigation. So Quentin Miller, do you know anything about him, Kyle?
No.
So
Who is
Quentin Miller,
who is this ghostwriter?
so Quentin Miller is the dude that really writes rhymes for Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody knew who this guy was until Pusha um, really just like named the guy on Infrared. So the lyrics penned. The bigger question is how the Russian did it. It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin.
Mm-hmm.
So, bro, Quentin Miller had a lot of flack from doing that shit, bro. He lost a lot of deals. Like he was trying to keep that shit under wrap. Like he was like a legit ghostwriter. And for Pusha, I think Pusha T ruined Quentin Miller's thing as well too. Like
Probably.
it's
I mean,
yeah.
when you ghostwriting for like the hottest rapper, one of the best like artists in the past like 10 years, and that shit goes out public, like one like I wouldn't even be mad at like the ghostwriter or anything, right? I just want to know who the fuck snitched. Who in Drake's crew fucking snitched? Where did Pusha get this info? Pusha working for the feds? Is he the ops?
I'm saying, bro. So after that infrared line, right? People were just like, all right, what's Drake gonna do now? Is he gonna fucking just go in, go out? Like they're expecting like the response on the upcoming Scorpion album, but do that later this year. But however, Drake had other plans and then released it less than 24 hours. It was called Duppy Freestyle. So just in case y'all don't know what Duppy Freestyle means, Duppy means death in I think Haitian. I believe somebody I think Genius was talking about that, which opens him signing like saying everything about everybody. So like one of the lines was, "I had a microphone on yours, but then the signature faded." I think that's pretty much resembles what has been happening lately. Was one of my many notable lines from Drake. The rapper have generally once owned a microphone with Pusha T's signature. So I don't know if you remember that from like MTV Cribs, where Drake bought like a $20 microphone that apparently had Clips's signature, but that shit like faded out because he kept using it and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so like shit like that, right? And Drake also took aim at Kanye West, the producer of Infrared. So making references to two songs from Kanye album, The Life of Pablo, Father Stretched My Hands, 30 Hours, and then work Drake has apparently done on Ye's new album. So, bro, if you think about it, Kanye has made diss track after diss track for a lot of people, from Jay-Z to Pusha.
Mm-hmm.
So he like ties the whole thing in, you know?
And this is where the fucking Drake and Ye beef.
Pretty much.
Man,
So
this
the line
is
goes, "What do you really think of these dudes that's making your beats? I've done things for him I thought he never would need. Father had to stretch his hands out and get it from me. I pop styles for 30 hours and then let me repeat." Oof, dude, that shit was money right there, you know? Like I didn't really like Duppy Freestyle until like I started listening to it more and more. And then the more I listened to it, I was like, damn, Drake had like some like one hitter quitters, you know? And then after that, bro, you already know what happens, right? You already
oh
know what happens after this one, bro.
yo, so like this song like destroyed the internet. This oh
Oh,
man. Like
let me
I couldn't believe
go
it.
go.
I just I cuz so like I remember seeing it like on I forgot who reported it first, but then like I saw like an audio rip on like fucking YouTube, and you see what looked like Drake when he was fucking what's his name from fucking Degrassi, but with
Oh,
like
Jimmy
black,
Graham.
yeah, but with like
Yeah,
blackface and shit, right? And I was like, yo, what is this? I was like, yo, Pusha T, like, is someone just making like a fucking like parody fucking video or some shit like that, right? And I was listening to it and I was like, oh my god, like, what the fuck? Like, this shit should not be legal. Like, who the fuck? What the fuck? Fuck. This is like,
it really like pisses me off that sometimes people think that Drake won, but Pusha, his delivery of this is so fucking crazy, bro. Like the image of the blackface you were talking about, bro. He had to find that. He had to buy that album from photo from David Lee's, and he really like
No shit.
flipped the whole what is that Story of OJ song?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that music video of Story of OJ?
No, I do not. Not off
So it
tops.
basically is a cartoon version, and there's a guy, there's a little character in blackface, and you put two and two together, man. Like Pusha really just like mashed this whole thing together. And bro, like these lyrics are fucking insane. Like he mentioned Drake's dad, his mom, his son Adonis, what he didn't fucking know. So these lyrics really is Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real. Love that baby, respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star. Let her be your world, bro. So if nobody knew, Drake was supposed to release Adidas press run called Adonis, but that was his son at the time, so nobody knew. So if you think about it, Pusha T really just stopped his money making thing, like by saying that rhyme,
Mm.
and then I I don't know, man. Like, man, Pusha like really just like ripped it
Hey,
a
yo,
new one, bro.
pause. Is that why? Is that why? Because you know, Pusha got he got a line of shoes with Adidas, or he does like collabs with Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
So is that why like Drake was like in that one song? It's checks over stripes.
Oh, I think so, yeah, because I mean, his Adidas line got fucked over because of
Mm-hmm.
Pusha T, bro.
Mm. Oh, then also because you know Yeezys, and everything.
Pretty much. I mean, that was pretty much like I think before Ye's beef, and he went, dude, he went over 40. He was like the only ones chasing our chase are two ghosts, still giving you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40 hunch over like the 80. Tick tick tick. How much time he got that man is 666. I got the devil flow 666. Oh my god, bro! Like I don't know. I think Story of Adonis is really up there with this rap beef shit because the delivery of Pusha T, his rhymes, his schemes, like he literally like really just like ripped him on a like ripped Drake a new one on this one for sure. And there was one line, I love this line as well too. Let's see. Oh, confused as always. You weren't black enough, afraid to grow it because your fro wouldn't nap enough. Since you name dropped my fiance, let him know who you chose as your Beyonce. So Drake uh, name dropped Pusha T's fiance, and you know Pusha T didn't like that, so he went back at him for that. And then, man, it was a cool summer. It was a cool summer for that beef. I love that fucking beef, dude. Um, but yeah, I mean, shit. After that, the shit would die down. But 3 4 months ago, Pop Smoke's album came out. Basically, came out with the deluxe edition. Pusha T was aiming like shots at Drake again on the album, but like
What song?
there were there. Let me see, what song was it? I think it was Pop Smoke.
Off topic, but I don't
Oh,
think that
Paranoia.
I don't think that Pop Smoke album was as great as everyone makes it out to be.
I think it was pretty good.
Like
I
it's
think.
good, but I don't think it's you know the whole like I don't want to talk shit and disrespect a person who passed away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
this is the
yeah.
postpartum album, but I say it all the time. I feel like a lot of times when someone passes away, you kind of just automatically elevate them and put them on this pedestal way higher
Yeah, yeah,
than maybe they were.
yeah,
But
yeah.
anyways, yeah, get back to it. It was
So
called what?
Paranoia came out.
Paranoia.
Paranoia came out July 21st, 2020. Yeah, so pretty much Young Thug didn't really like that shit. He was like, I have no beef with you, Drake. I got nothing, blah blah blah. Pusha T came out, Young Thug was like, this is a rap game, bro. This is how it is. Like nobody's trying to like give permission from you, you know what I'm saying? So this beef is still going on. I don't know how long when's it gonna end, but this is like the beef that's still going on to this day. You know, I don't think it would be ever squashed for a long, long time, or it could be squashed tomorrow. You don't really know. So, but yeah, I love this beef. This is like one of my favorite beefs. I'm like I was like real into it at the time. You know.
So let me ask you this. So the beef to you is still going on. So they definitely did not squash it because of this Pop Smoke album, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So currently, who do you think's like winning the beef? Like really winning? Because do you think it's kind of like another comparison you can say like to the Nas and Jay Z thing, where like Pusha T is more of like a Nas in this situation, and like Drake is more of a Jay Z. Like if you would compare the two.
It's really hard to say because Drake is like a it's like a he's a singing guy. You know, he's an R&B kind of type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Pusha T like rapping against him, but Drake got bars a little bit. Um,
But like in terms of if you make the comparison, because I say that like Nas stayed very traditional, kind of like to the roots of hip hop and
yeah,
everything, right? And
yeah,
Pusha T is kind of like the same thing
yeah.
in his own way. But then you have like Jay Z, who took the more commercial route, in my opinion. And then you
Hmm.
got Drake, which everyone roasts him for basically being like a pop singer or R&B singer. Like
Yeah,
he definitely took the more commercial pop route versus kind of sticking to the formula, being more traditional.
yeah. Um, I want to say it. I guess. I mean, Pusha T won the battle. Drake won the war.
Too soon
Drake's
to
selling
say
more
that. Too
records.
soon to say that though.
You,
If
oh,
it's
you think
still
so? Okay,
if
so
it if
so
it's
you
still going on, I feel like you can't say that.
not
But
yet then.
yeah, you can't
Okay.
say that yet. When it's all said and done, when it's all squashed, we come back and they do the 30 for 30, then we could say, all right, you know what? Yeah.
So apparently, Lil Wayne and Drake has a track to kill Kanye and Pusha T's career, but that should never like appeared.
Yo, everyone fucking says that shit. I feel everyone says that shit. Yeah, yeah, I got shit that'll fucking end your whole fucking career. We'll drop that shit, bitch. Like if you really about it and you really say you got the shit, then like let the world hear it.
Definitely. So I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win this beef. Do you know who's gonna win this beef? Do you have like a leeway of who is gonna win this one?
From like a music standpoint, straight like just lyrical bars
Of course.
and who I think is a better rapper, I say Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you would compare the two and say like their career wise and everything,
Yeah.
definitely in terms of like money that they've made, then Drake easily, because Drake is like this superstar. He's like this generational talent. Would you
Yeah.
would you
Yeah.
say he's like a generational talent?
Yeah. Some people say he's like the Michael Jackson of our generation, but that's
Whoa,
going a little too far.
whoa,
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
whoa!
So
What the
I didn't
fuck?
say that. I didn't say that. I just read it. Okay. Don't
Oh
fucking
my
kill the messenger.
god, yo! Someone clip that.
But no, I mean Drake's makes some pretty like dope bangers. You know what I'm saying? He makes bangers for the summer, he makes bangers for the winter, he makes bangers for like fucking everything, you know? So I do not like I respect Drake. I respect Drake for what he is, but like as a lyrical rapper, nah, definitely not.
I think we could both agree though that like if this beef continues, there's just gonna be like a lot of great fucking music that comes out.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. I
Yeah,
mean,
you know.
I'm waiting on a Pusha T album. Pusha T album hasn't been out since 2018, so it's 2 years
It's been
already.
2 years,
So
dude. Let the man. Hold up. I'm waiting for like another like fucking Kendrick album or like another fucking Schoolboy album or something, dude. Like that's what I'm waiting for.
it's definitely gonna be a long time, bro.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
COVID and everything. Um, do you think they have a chance of squashing it though? Like real talk, or do you think too many words have been said where they just maybe it'll end, maybe, but like maybe they won't fuck with each other, I guess. Because I mean, when you squash the beef, you don't have to be cool with the person, right? You could just say, "I, it's over. I still don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me. Let's just leave it at that."
Yeah. Um, eh, I don't think it's gonna squash. I don't want it to be squashed at all. You know,
Hmm.
Kanye's been trying to squash it for a long time. But do I see Drake and Pusha T making a song together ever? No, I definitely don't. It doesn't go with Pusha T's like persona.
Mm.
You know, Pusha T is really nitty gritty and really like true to himself, and to the point where if he does squash it, he will never make a song with Drake, and that's just being real because he doesn't need Drake to be on a record to sell record. That's what he thinks. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I think too. You know, everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs Drake to sell records, but Pusha T is not going to be that person. I don't think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna squash beef at all, and I don't want them to because this shit's fun, man.
Rap beefs are hella fun, dude. Rap beefs
Yeah.
are hella fun. So, with that being said, before we close out, are there any other beefs that are going on right now that you want to mention? Anyone else in like the rap world?
I got beef with a couple people, but not in the rap world. No, I'm just playing.
No, he is
Any
not.
beefs? I'm not kidding, but I'm not gonna say any names. Do I know any more beefs? Nothing has caught my eye lately on beefs.
Like
It's
real
just
beefs, because it's probably like a lot of times it's probably just like some petty shit. You know,
yeah, it's
nothing
just like
really
little
like
ass.
no real substance to it.
Nothing real like nitty gritty like what we've been talking about. So nah, not too much, bro. I don't think so. I mean, Eminem was taking shots at fucking MGK on his new album, Music to Be Murdered by. Like, that was like just a little diss.
I mean, as long
I
as they
got
let it
wagyu.
beef.
I got wagyu beef with Les.
Yo, dude.
Wow.
Yo, Lance, you beefing with Childish Gambino?
Am I beefing with Charles Gambino? No, bro.
Um, I feel.
He's gonna kill me,
Oh
bro.
no.
I don't have enough money to have beef with anybody. So
No,
yeah.
I thought that was like a Childish Gambino bar, but then I thought about it. He said, now he got that Kobe beef, not Wagyu beef. Sorry. Just yeah.
But do you know anybody that has beef right now that you follow besides like the ASAP Ferg and ASAP Mob? I mean, that wasn't really a beef. It was more like a call out.
Nah, I'm not really paying attention to a lot of beefs, like that. I mean, there was like that Trippy Reed and like Takashi 69, but like, I mean, I don't really fuck with.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go there. That's not my thing.
yeah.
Yo, Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez.
Oh my God! Yes, yes. Can we talk about that for at least 5 minutes, bro?
Go ahead,
So,
man. No DJ academic
what?
shit though.
Bro, what? This is crazy, bro. Like, I don't understand this at all, bro. Like, Tory Lanez released an album, and he like dissing Meg Thee Stallion again, and like, I don't get it. I don't fucking get what's going on. Like, nobody has a clear story.
Publicity.
Nobody has a clear story of what's going on. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, she got shot in the foot. The bullets matched the gun that Tory Lane had, but Tory Lane said he didn't shoot anybody. I don't get it. I still don't get it to this day. And I don't have enough information to talk about it, but bro, this is getting insane. Like, people are canceling Tory Lanez, and then as they should. You know what I'm saying? Because this is wrong in many ways. Like, he didn't publicity like apologize. He had to release an album to
Publicly.
not even apologizing. Like, I don't know, man.
I mean, in his defense, yo, like, if I was a famous rapper and I wanted to shoot someone, I wouldn't hold the gun. That's what the entourage is for. That's what the bodyguards are for. You know, you don't need to stay strapped. They need to stay strapped. But you know, that's just some bitch shit, dude. I'm not gonna get into it.
Not gonna get into that. It's just not our. It's just crazy. It's just really crazy. And it's like I don't know what's going on. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the full story, so we can't really get
Yeah.
into what's going on. You know.
Yeah, and like with the Aesop thing, I don't know if it's like real beef or not, but I feel very strongly about how sometimes a lot of these beefs happen, and how a lot of like groups break up and shit.
Mm.
It's a lot of it should be probably handled in house, and people aren't handling it in house. They're kind of taking like the bitch approach. They're making shit public. They're saying shit they shouldn't say, and they're name dropping things when honestly a lot of times like it's just two people just talk it out or see whatever, and if you got funk then let it be. You don't gotta fucking do all the shit, but it's entertaining as fuck when it does happen though.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. This is why the music game is so fucking interesting, bro. Because hip hop beefs is going to be gone. It's going to be up there forever and ever and ever. There's no stopping it at all. You know, it's the name of the game. Like when you get into the rap game, this is what you're getting yourself into. There is nobody's safe in this rap game. You know, nobody is safe.
That
Lupe
is
and
true.
K Dot Lightweight started. Lupe and K Dot Lightweight started it.
um yeah, so like about that though, because like Lupe tweeted out and basically said that pretty much like Kendrick is a better artist than him, but is he a better lyricist? Because I think that was the original question. Who's the better lyricist? And Lupe said, he was the better lyricist. And
Was this recent?
this originally happened a long time ago. I want to say like mid 2010s, but then recently it kind of like resurfaced, and it's a lot of thing because and it's also like the whole like Twitter world and shit kind of just like blowing it out of proportion because like what I saw Lupe say, I didn't think what a lot of people thought, where they said he was being like disrespectful and like it's taking shots at Kendrick and everything, and it's like he's gassing him up, but at the same time he's like not, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you dope. Yeah, you made a lot of money. Yeah, you made a lot of hits. Yeah, went fucking platinum. All that shit's dope. I still don't think you're a better lyricist than me. Maybe like that's kind of like the tone.
Mm, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. I mean, I think I knew a little bit of it. I just didn't know it went far depth as to say who was the best lyricist.
Yeah, but I mean, Kendrick's been MIA for a minute, dude. So who the fuck knows? Maybe he's gonna do like some like Eminem shit and just stealth drop an album, not fucking tell anyone.
I hope so. I hope he does that. I think it'll be a lot better.
Oh
I know
really?
Big Sean. I know. Why? Why would you say that?
Oh
Why?
no, none, none. Just saying.
I know Big Sean like apologized to Kendrick on his Detroit 2. That was like the most recent I heard of.
I gotta
But
go back and listen to that again. But yeah,
I do too. I don't know.
anything else you want to add, Lance, before we close it out? A shorter stream tonight. We're trying to do it Thursday nights. We're gonna record and stream our podcast episodes, and then on Wednesdays we kind of do like a longer stream where it's a little more chilled, laid back, a lot more interaction with the viewers and everything. Um, did we decide on the next episode what we are going to talk about? We're going to do a sneak peek for that.
Okay. I don't know. I think we still have to choose the next episode. But we do have like a lot of them lined up.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we'll keep that a secret. But here's a question that I wanted to ask everybody that I asked last night on stream that no one really gave me like a solid answer. If y'all didn't know, I'm from the Bay Area. Lance is originally from the Bay Area. Now he lives in the middle of like the fucking desert.
AKA Vegas.
We were wondering, how come it's so difficult for an artist from the Bay Area to kind of transition to the mainstream? What is it? Because a lot of times it's the Bay Area has such a distinct sound where it's only popular in the Bay Area,
Mhm.
or is it for like another reason? And one person brought up a very good point saying that, a lot of times it's because everyone jacks our shit. Everyone steals shit from the Bay Area, which I agree. So, for everyone out there listening right now, or whenever you listen, what do y'all think? Why is it so difficult for a Bay Area artist to kind of transition into the mainstream? We are not going to count Kaylani. We're just kind of talking about in the hip hop realm. So no R&B, and I
No
don't care
G-Eazy.
what anyone says. We do not claim G Easy. Dude says he's from Oakland. We all know his ass is probably like from Walnut Creek or some shit.
Exactly. Oh, and then shout out to Bella Fiasco. I love these shirts. Shout out to her. Follow us. Cool Calm Podcast.
Oh yeah,
Shout out.
yo, and shout out to Dana. She did all the artwork for our Twitch channel and everything. Follow her
Yes,
on
sir.
Instagram on Hella Scripted, I believe.
Yes,
That
sir.
is her business profile, so check her out. Thanks guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys all next week. Tune in on Wednesdays if y'all guys want the longer stream.
Wednesdays where we just kick it, chill, relax, and find out new artists. And
Yeah.
we also plug artists, so let us
Yeah,
know
yeah,
if
yeah.
you know
And
any
if
artists.
anyone out here, you're an artist, up and coming artist, or whatever, send us your projects and everything. We do artist spotlights on Wednesdays. We listen to a couple tracks and everything, and we're just trying to show everyone love because we all trying to make it out here. And with that said, where can we find you, Lance?
You can find me on my Instagram, ThizLance. You
Yo,
can also find our episodes on the YouTube and podcast
yep,
on
yep.
the SoundCloud.
Yeah, you can find me at SenseiVo on Instagram if you hit us on there, or check in our Twitch page. We got links to all of our socials where you can find previous episodes on YouTube and SoundCloud. And with that, y'all, have a good night.
Good night, guys.